Hi everyone! In this video we're going to look at 50 advanced English expressions that native speakers commonly use. If English is not your native language and you know these expressions, you most likely have a C2 level. Please tell me in the comments how many of these you know. And if you'd like to have a better idea of your level in English, you can watch this video to do a level test. And before we start, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any new videos.
Let's get started.
The first one is a bitter pill to swallow. A bitter pill to swallow is a fact or a situation that is difficult to accept. For Frank, being rejected in the X Factor auditions was a bitter pill to swallow. Don't worry, Frank. They don't know what they missed out on. Number 2 is a fish out of water. A fish out of water is a person who feels awkward or uncomfortable because they are in an unfamiliar situation.
I'd be like a fish out of water.
For example, George felt like a fish out of water at the fancy dinner party. Don't worry, George. They were pretentious brats. The next one is a memory like a sieve. If you don't know what a sieve is, it's one of these. Knowing that, you can probably guess what this means. Yes, it means a poor memory. I don't know how I'm going to pass this exam because I have a memory like a sieve. Now we have above board. This means done in an honest way, according to rules or laws. For example, the business sought legal advice to make sure that everything was above board. Against all odds. Against all odds means despite success being very unlikely.
Against all odds, the strikers win it!
Against all odds, Frank passed his driving test. Well done, Frank. Now we have ahead of one's time. Ahead of one's time means too advanced or too modern to be understood or appreciated at the time. It is often said that Leonardo da Vinci was ahead of his time. Many classic female writers were ahead of their time. Next we have all along. All along means from the beginning or the whole time. Their relationship seemed perfect from the outside, but there had been problems all along.
Ah, come on, I knew it all along.
This one is all but. This actually has two meanings. It can mean all except for. For example, Frank ate all but one of the chocolates in the box. So thoughtful. It can also mean almost. For example, the party had all but finished by the time we arrived. Still with all, this one is all in all. All in all means when all things are considered. Despite missing my flight and getting horrible food poisoning, all in all, my holiday was pretty good. All the same. All the same means nevertheless. I missed my flight and got horrible food poisoning, but it was a good holiday all the same. This one is as the crow flies. As the crow flies means measuring the distance in a straight line. It's like as a bird would fly. The cities are 200 kilometers apart as the crow flies, but driving the distance is 250 kilometers. As thick as a brick. As thick as a brick simply means very stupid. He's a lovely chap, but unfortunately, he's as thick as a brick. Next we have at large. This has two main meanings. It can mean generally. The city council's decisions will affect the community at large, not only those who live near the proposed development. It can also be used to refer to an animal or a person that has escaped or has not yet been captured. The suspect is still at large, and police are asking for any information that might help them in their search.
I understand he's still at large.
The next expression is bear fruit. To bear fruit means to be successful, especially after a lot of work, time, or effort. It's still unclear whether the company's new strategy will bear fruit. If you're consistent with your English studies, your efforts will eventually bear fruit. Now we have behind the scenes. Behind the scenes means in secret, in private, or not openly shown.
Honey, I'm just the money behind the scenes.
In politics, the general public never fully knows what happens behind the scenes. Born yesterday. This means ignorant or easy to deceive. We usually use it in a negative construction. For example, Frank tried to tell me that it was George who broke the toaster, but I wasn't born yesterday. Next we have call it quits. Call it quits means to give up or stop doing something.
I'd like to call it quits.
He played professional tennis for many years, but called it quits after an injury. Let's call it quits for today and start again early tomorrow. Next we have to catch somebody red-handed. To catch somebody red-handed means to discover somebody while they are in the act of doing something bad or illegal. The student tried to cheat on the exam, but her teacher caught her red-handed. Chop and change. This is primarily used in British English. To chop and change means to keep changing one's mind, activity, or way of doing something. I wish the client would make up his mind and stop chopping and changing. Come clean. To come clean means to tell the truth about something that one had been keeping secret.
Okay, Jensen, come clean.
Frank eventually came clean about breaking the toaster. Next we have come to terms with something. To come to terms with something means to gradually accept a difficult situation. She eventually came to terms with losing her job and decided to retrain. This one is don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath means don't be too hopeful or optimistic about something. We also sometimes say, I wouldn't hold my breath. For example, if Ethel says that she thinks Frank might get here early, I could say, don't hold your breath. Or if someone says, the plumber might give us a good price, I could say, I wouldn't hold my breath. And here's a fun expression. This is donkey's years. Yes, this is an actual English expression. It simply means a very long time. They wouldn't fire Janet, she's been here for donkey's years. Down the drain. Down the drain has two common meanings. Firstly, it can mean wasted or lost, especially time or money. His savings went down the drain when the stock market crashed.
86,000 down the drain.
After binge watching Married at First Sight all morning, I realised that was 5 hours down the drain. It can also mean in a state of failure. For example, after the scandal, the politician's career went down the drain fast. This one is to drive somebody nuts. This means to annoy or frustrate somebody a lot.
Don't invite Gretchen, she's driving me nuts.
Frank often drives me nuts.
Don't drive everybody nuts, Frank.
Next we have every nook and cranny. This means every part of a place. After searching for my glasses in every nook and cranny of my apartment, I realized I was wearing them. Fair and square. Fair and square means in a completely honest way and without cheating. It may be annoying, but they won the match fair and square.
You won fair and square.
We stole it fair and square.
Now we have to feel something in one's bones. To feel something in one's bones means to feel something strongly or instinctively. I knew they weren't telling the whole truth. I could feel it in my bones. I just know you'll do well in your new job. I can feel it in my bones.
I feel it in my bones.
Few and far between. Few and far between means rare or scarce. Affordable apartments are now few and far between in this city. And now apparently in Brisbane as well. Now we have get a move on. To get a move on just means to hurry. We need to get a move on if we want to catch that train.
Come on, get a move on, Skipper. Get a move on.
Get out of hand. To get out of hand means to become chaotic or difficult to control. There was a heavy police presence at the protest just in case things got out of hand. Get the hang of something. To get the hang of something means to learn to do something new, especially something that requires a bit of practice. The job was hard in the beginning, but I got the hang of it after a couple of months.
Hey, you're getting the hang of it!
Now we have head over heels, or head over heels in love. This means completely in love. George and his girlfriend are both head over heels. In the dark. In the dark means not informed about things that other people know. I was completely in the dark about who was going to get the promotion. In the know. In the know is kind of the opposite of in the dark. It means having information that most other people don't have. Only a few managers were in the know about the company's financial situation. It can also mean knowledgeable. For example, when it comes to spreadsheets, ask Ethel. She's definitely in the know. The next one is in the same boat. In the same boat means in the same difficult situation as another person or other people. For example, if Frank keeps saying that he's sick of the rain and that he wants to go outside, I could say, Frank, we're all in the same boat, so please stop complaining.
We're all in the same boat, darling.
A similar expression is in somebody's shoes. In somebody's shoes means in somebody's position. Honestly, I would have done the same thing in his shoes. Next we have in or of two minds about something. This means unable to decide about something. I'm in two minds about inviting Sharon to the party. Now we have keep a straight face. This means to manage not to laugh or smile. As a teacher, it's sometimes hard to keep a straight face when students accidentally say vulgar things. That's why it's important to know how to say these words. This one is last resort. A last resort is the only remaining option in a situation, or something that you decide to do when everything else has failed.
We have one last resort.
We'll ask Frank to help, but only as a last resort. Next we have night owl. A night owl is a person who enjoys staying up late. It's common for night owls to get up late, but then to work late into the night. I often work late into the night because I muck around during the day. This one is an old wives' tale. An old wives' tale is a belief or theory, often related to health, that is wrong, but was believed in the past. The idea that you should wait an hour after you eat before you go swimming is an old wives' tale. Now we have on or in the cards. This means very likely to happen.
Is that in the cards?
Considering her grades, I think a scholarship is on the cards for Maria. Second to none. Second to none means better than or as good as all the others. The restaurant isn't well known, but I think its desserts are second to none.
Beverly Hills will have a ballet second to none.
Sound asleep. Sound asleep means sleeping deeply. I used to like going out on the weekends, but now I prefer to be sound asleep by 10 p.m. on a Friday night. Next we have spitting image of somebody. This is usually used with the definite article, so we usually say the spitting image of somebody. This is a person who looks almost exactly like another person. We often use it to talk about people in families. For example, he's the spitting image of his grandfather at the same age.
Perfect. You're the spitting image of your future son.
To throw somebody off balance. To throw somebody off balance means to shock, upset, or confuse somebody by doing or saying something unexpected. The journalist's question threw the singer off balance, and she suddenly looked very uncomfortable. Next we have trial and error. Trial and error is a process of achieving something or solving a problem by trying different methods and learning from mistakes. Scientific research is rather similar to dating. They both involve trial and error. Next we have up and about. Up and about means active and walking around, especially after an injury, illness, or surgery. It will take a while to recover after the operation, but you should be up and about after a couple of weeks. And the last one for today is up in arms. Up in arms means very upset or angry about something. All the neighbours were up in arms when Frank painted a mural in the elevator. And that is it for today. How many of these expressions did you know? Please let me know in the comments. And if you would like to practice your writing, please use one or several of these expressions in a sentence. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe and to hit that beautiful thumbs up button. See you next time. We'll ask Frank to help. For example, the suspect is the city council's don't worry, Frank. The general habit